Welcome back. I'm here today reading The Girl Who Never Made Mistakes. This book is written by Mark Pett and Gary Rubinstein and illustrated by Mark Pett as well. So we read this book at the beginning of the year. It's been a little while, but I wanted to refresh us. It's always a good reminder. The Girl Who Never Made Mistakes. For Millie and Sarah. For Beatrice Bottomwell, Friday began like any other day. Here she is in bed. She's got a little hamster. She matched her socks, and of course, she put her shoes on their proper feet. She remembered to feed her hamster, Hubert, her favorite food, broccoli. And when she made a sandwich for her brother, Carl's lunch, she used exactly the same amount of peanut butter as jelly. When she stepped outside to greet her fans, she didn't forget to say good morning and thank you. So she's being polite. They asked if she made her bed. She had. They asked if she forgot to do her math homework. Nope. But what about tonight's talent show, they asked. I'm ready, said Beatrice with a smile. After all, her juggling act had won 3 years in a row. Ooh, she gonna juggle tonight? We'll see. Most people in town didn't even know Beatrice's name. They just called her the girl who never made mistakes. Because for as long as anyone could remember, she never did. Unlike Beatrice, Carl made lots of mistakes. Remember, Carl's her brother. He ate his crayons and drew with his green beans. He danced with his hands and played the piano with his feet. Carl loved to make mistakes. He's very different than his sister. He loved to. Look at him playing with his feet. At school, Beatrice was on a cooking team with her two best friends, Millie and Sarah. To make their giant rhubarb muffins, they needed 4 eggs. Beatrice went to the refrigerator and carefully chose the biggest, eggiest eggs she could find. But on the way back, her legs slipped from under her. The eggs went flying. Beatrice was about to make her first mistake. Uh-oh. We'll see. But she didn't. That was close, thought Beatrice. Sorry, Beatrice, I dropped a piece of rhubarb. Don't mention it, Ellie. Oh, she's getting nervous. Don't mention it. Oh, don't say anything. She had caught it with her mouth and her hands and one on her foot. For the rest of the school day, Beatrice could not stop thinking about her almost mistake. She got so worried. She almost made a mistake. What if people laughed? On her way home from school, Beatrice watched Millie and Sarah ice skating in the park. Come join us, said Millie. It's fun, said Sarah. Beatrice watched them slip and slide on the frozen pond. Millie and Sarah laughed as they wobbled on the ice. No thanks, said Beatrice. Ooh, I wonder why she didn't want to take a risk or try something new. Maybe she's afraid still. At supper, Beatrice barely touched her food. She didn't really want it. She didn't touch it. Is everything all right, kiddo? Asked her father. I'm worried I'll mess up tonight, said Beatrice, and everyone will be watching. Worry, you don't make mistakes, he said, with a smile. Beatrice tried to smile, too. Her brother has a bowl of cereal on his head. He's just being silly. After supper, Beatrice got ready for the talent show. First, she woke Hubert from his nap. Next, she got the salt shaker from the kitchen table. And finally, she filled a balloon with water. The school auditorium was packed. Beatrice felt her stomach jumping around inside her. She's like, uh-oh, she's getting nervous. Beatrice waited for her juggling music to begin. That's her. That's the girl who never made mistakes, said a woman. Oh, we know she'll be perfect, said a man. When the music started, she tossed Hubert into the air. Next, she added the salt shaker. And finally, the water balloon. So she has all 3 items she's juggling. Beatrice didn't miss a beat. The crowd clapped with delight. But Beatrice noticed something odd about the salt shaker. The specks falling out of it were not white. Ooh, what other shaker do we know that isn't white? Choo! There goes Hubert. Hubert was so surprised by his sneeze that he grabbed the water balloon with his claws. Uh-oh, remember, claws are sharp. What's going to happen? Kabooey! Hubert, pieces of water balloon and the pepper rained down on top of Beatrice. For the first time in as long as anyone could remember, Beatrice made a mistake. And it was a big one. There she is. All right, let's turn the page. How's she going to react? The music stopped. Beatrice didn't know what to do. Cry? Run off the stage? The crowd sat stunned. They couldn't believe that the girl who never made mistakes had made a mistake. Beatrice looked up at Hubert. He looked back at her. His hamster fur was soaked and speckled with bits of balloon. Beatrice let out a giggle. The giggle grew into a chuckle, and the chuckle became a laugh. She responded with a laugh. The people in the crowd looked at each other and then back at Beatrice. They began to giggle, then chuckle, then finally roar with laughter. Beatrice and the audience laughed until they couldn't remember why they were laughing. Such a good response. That night, Beatrice slept better than she ever had. Better than she ever had. Remember, you sleep a little bit better when we're not as worried. In the morning, no fans greeted Beatrice. Remember, she had all those people who were kept saying she's a girl who never made mistakes. When she got dressed, Beatrice, for no reason at all, put a polka dot sock on one foot and a plaid sock on the other. Ooh, did she do that on purpose, I wonder? Let's see. Beatrice and Carl made sandwiches. This time, they put the peanut butter and jelly on the outside. They called it an inside-out PB&J. Lunch was messy and delicious. They look like they're having fun, don't you think? Look at those smiles. Ooh. Later, Beatrice found Millie and Sarah skating in the park. They fell a lot and laughed. They loved making those mistakes. Look at them having fun. Now people no longer called her the girl who never made mistakes. They just called her Beatrice. I think she had a much better time making those mistakes and learning from those mistakes. I think so too. She really learned that, you know what, it's okay to make mistakes, and that's how we learn and grow and have fun. So I hope that you guys are trying new things while you're at home and being willing to challenge yourself and make those mistakes. Have a great one. I can't wait to read our next story.